What are you bringing to the table? What are your plans for Nigerians? What are you offering if you were to become president of Nigeria?
Well, that's a huge question. I will start by saying that, of course, you know my history, my pedigree, so to say. I understand the country. I understand the challenges. I have clarity on what the solutions could be. But let me say in summary that it is going to be my commitment to rebuild the country. And when I talk about rebuilding the country, of course, it's a whole huge lot of things to talk about. We have foundational issues, we have economic issues, we have issues of development. If for any reason you jump one to the other, like many people will just get up and say they will recalibrate security architecture, they will do this, they are missing the point. For me, I believe that we have certain fundamental issues that we need to address and get the country on its feet. One, for instance, we need to have a consensus on the structure of the country, or the nation. We also need to have a consensus on the ideals, the dream of the nation, or if you like, the aspirations of the nation. We also need to have a consensus on the governmental systems that will work for us. So for me, first steps I would take would be to build consensus on this. Because what people fail to understand is that it's not a matter of generating policy and throwing it at the people. The success of any government's policy will depend largely on how much the people were able to buy into it. And to buy into this, you need to harvest the perspectives of the various segments of the society and bring it together to a point that you have a consensus. I want to say that the whole idea of consultation, which I am doing presently, is to harvest different stakeholders in the country and weld them together. Immediately I step in as president, build consensus on what works for all of us, on what is acceptable to all of us, then run with it. On economic issues, I am convinced that the 21st century, particularly the second half of 21st century we are moving into, it's not like any time before. So for me, the drivers of the economy will now be on industrialization or manufacturing, if you care, talent and innovation, science and technology. These certainly are going to be the key drivers of the economy of the second half of 21st century. And I will develop this, build on this, and prepare Nigeria to fit into the fourth industrial revolution. That will create jobs. That obviously will expand the economy. That will make the economy more competitive and more dynamic, and it will diversify the economy. I will also focus on the enablers of development, the factors, the things, the circumstances, the situations that promotes prosperity and development, security, education, governance issues. And when I mean governance issues, it means consistent policies, regulatory issues, and all that. Then the legal framework and all that. So the enabling issues are critical to make the economic pillars work. And the fundamental issues will generate patriotism that will drive the whole system. And I can tell you that if I become president of Nigeria, I will approach rebuilding the country from these three perspectives, segment them properly, pursue them with commitment and determination, and for sure we will deliver results. The gaps people have and why many governments have failed or many administrations have failed is because you just wake up and throw a policy on the people and you find out that it doesn't work. And I can say that by my experience in government, I have seen how various governments approach some of these issues, the ones that worked and the ones that didn't work, and I'll make the difference.